Hi there. Welcome to the Frankly Inspired YouTube channel. I'm Frank, and today's inspiration is a rustic repurposed pallet photo display. So we created this for a party, a grad party. I think my wife had seen a picture on Instagram or on Pinterest. We flipped around, saw different ones, and she wanted me to make one. So she wanted to use for when our daughters graduated high school. So I looked for the prettiest palette that I could find. And in this case, this was a pine palette, and I wanted it to be lightweight because I want to have to move it around, so it's pretty lightweight for a pallet. And this one happens to be 32 inches wide and about 34 inches tall, and it holds, we counted, five twine rows for photographs. So we wanted to make it adjustable. So these are just stapled on, this twine and the little clothespins, but we wanted to make it adjustable for the different photographs. So you could use uh, horizontal photographs or vertical photographs. And I think it holds about 30, 35, 40 pictures depending on the size. And these are just little mini clothespins from the dollar store. So super easy. So to create it, and we also wanted it to stand on its own. So I created this back piece here, and I'll show you how that works. So the first thing we did was, and I'm going to close it down here so you can see, was this palette was longer than what I needed it to be. So this kept coming out, and I cut these leg pieces at an angle. So I used a speed square and a saw, and I just measured the angle that I wanted it to be, marked it, and then cut it with a saw. And then you could take that little block and transfer it over to the other legs and just cut those off evenly. And then obviously sand it down. So the original palette was this color. It was just regular pine, and we wanted it lighter, so we stained it so you could still see the grains. We used an antique white Varathane wood stain that we purchased at our local hardware store. This stuff is pretty inexpensive. I think there's like 15 bucks for a quart, and I have a lot left over. But you brush it on, wait a few minutes, and then wipe it down. And if you want it darker, you can just do it repeat that, wait till it dries, and repeat that process again. So the twine that we use a skinny twine. That's the one that we had laying around at home, but you could use this one that's like hay twine, or whatever you want to use. You could use a white string if you like, or fishing line too would work. And then these little clothespins are from like the dollar store. They come in a pack of like 10 for $1 or something like that. So super easy. So cut these angles off, sand it down, and then I'll show you the back piece. I created um, a little frame here with these two boards. So it opens up. I just drilled through and put a bolt with a couple of nuts and a washer and this cross member. And then I put this little latching board. This one I just left it a little bit loose, and I cut a notch here and a notch there, so that locks in place and it won't like fall on you closing up. So super simple, nothing that anybody can't do with a couple simple tools, and it serves a nice purpose. So we've used it ourselves. I've had it for a couple of years already, and we've used this board ourselves like half a dozen times, plus let some friends of ours use it a couple of times. So we've definitely got our use out of it. So I'm glad we made it. And so a couple of tips to make sure the palette you get is in good shape. You don't want to bring in a rotted, moldy palette from God knows where. Pick a nice one, I guess, and sand it to your liking. Stain or paint it if you want to leave it natural. That's nice too. And yeah, the size also depending on what you need. I just wanted it to make it so if it's on a table, the table we usually use is a 6-foot table, not this little one. So there's room around it for other decorations and things like that. So yeah, we've enjoyed it. So hopefully you get inspired to make one for yourself or for a friend if they have. And I'll show you what the pictures look like if these were like a typical size picture, and you can just clip them on over that little twine, and you can adjust them if you want them this way or the other way. Now these little clips, you can move up or down. These are a little bit bigger. And yeah, so you just put 5-6 pictures across, and however many twine you have horizontally. And yeah, it works perfect. So if you want to please help me out, hit the like on the video. And we just lost a clip there. And subscribe to the channel, and I'll talk about other projects that I've made in the past, and I'm gonna have a long list of new ones to make. And thank you for watching Frankly Inspired. And how in the comment section, if you want to just drop a line and tell me how you will inspire somebody today.